Welcome to another Plan With Me session. Many of you say that this is your favorite video that I make, which makes me super happy because it's also my favorite video to make. Because it's such a mishmash of everything in my life and this just comes so naturally to me. So let me share. The first signature here, as you see, has fattened up quite a bit, which is beautiful. We like that, right? At least in our journals we do. So let me dive right in and bam, can I just say I really love this again. So let's dive right in. I am on track with my step tracker. It looks a bit weird here because that was after I got to Salt Lake City, where I had retreats the past 2.5 weeks. I got sick, so I couldn't do my steps as much, but I got well really quickly, so that was fine. Oh, and this is the first time I can show you the sleep tracker in action. So this is a new tracker. It is part of my planner kit. You can use it or not use it. I find it super helpful to see my sleep. So I aim to be around the 8-hour mark, especially because when you do strength training, you really need your sleep because that is where your muscles grow, not when you're actually working out. So first week of September, and what you will see here in this signature is a lot of beautiful cards that I have received partially before and partially at the retreats. So I definitely wanted to keep those in my planner. For this card, I just glued it onto this flap of the envelope. It still serves as a tuck spot. I still need to find something to put in here. But look at this gorgeous card. This is what I think this is called quilling. I mean, look at this. This is exceptional. So cute. And we have a message inside, which I'm going to keep private. This pocket and coin envelope we did together in the last Plan With Me for September. And inside we have this piece of paper, which I actually did not use. I don't know why. I was supposed to put my to-dos there, but apparently I forgot. It was so crazy before I left. So I left to fly to Salt Lake City on September 5th, and it was just absolutely crazy until I left. But everything got done somehow. It always does, doesn't it? So this was the first week of, well, actually the retreat started on September 7th. We had the first one. And this is a photo of that first group. Maybe you followed my Instagram stories. If not, and you would like to see more of the retreat, I can recommend that you go to Instagram and you see here. If you go to my profile for the 9 Dragonflies, you see here I have a highlight called Retreat. And under that retreat highlight, you can see all of the things I posted from the retreat, which was quite a lot. So you're welcome to check that out. And I also want to say that I'm going to talk a lot more about the retreat, not in this video, but next week, because I want to share this. Many of you had said that you wanted to see what this looks like after I'm done. This was a journal I created a few weeks ago before I left for the retreat, and this was supposed to document the retreat. Originally, I had made this fairly thin because it was meant mostly for writing, and I did write a lot, and so I'm very happy about that. But of course, I didn't just write in it. I had to add so many things, and when I open this kind of explodes. There's so many fun things in here. It is, except for I think one page at the end, it is completed, and I don't think I've ever completed a journal in such a short time. I did not know whether I would actually work in this while I'm there because of how busy time was there, and I'm super proud that I did. I've really had so much fun with this journal, I can't even tell you. So if you want to see what's inside here and hear more about the retreats, check out my video for next week. And I will link the videos where I made this journal below for you as well, in case you want to check that out. So this photo was on the inside, not on the inside, is on the outside of an envelope with another beautiful card, which I put in here upside down. So yeah, this was one that first retreat group signed for me. It's so cute. Then we have the second and also third groups of the retreats, and I left on Sunday 21st. So this was another beautiful card from another participant. And we have group number 3 here, number 2, my goodness, which was the largest group. And finally, we have group number 3 here, which was a smaller one. And again, there's a beautiful letter in here from dear Bobby. And this is where we are. I'm filming this Thursday, 25th, one day before I'm publishing it. So I do feel the pressure a little bit, but it's all good. So this was another card made by one of the participants in the last group, and everybody signed it here, and everybody got one of these cards. I mean, look at how amazing this is. And there is like this stitching here, whoops, and the dragonflies, of course. I mean, how gorgeous. Every participant got to take one home with all of the signatures. That was such a cute idea. And this one is from the kit for September and has my to-dos here. Then here we have nothing yet, and on this envelope back we have another beautiful card, which I actually put in upside down, but somehow it made sense for me to flip this way. Oh, that's right, she wrote upside down. You guys, oh no, I wrote upside down. For once, it's not me. And then we're already moving into October. I don't know how that happened. And look at this adorable card here. This actually has a dragonfly that I could take out and hang somewhere, and I might do that, but I also think it's just so cute here in this card. So I don't know yet. And there's a note in here, super cute. Then the only thing I actually really crafted was this page here. Just put random things together that were on my desk. This was just a wrapping paper from a birthday present. This was from last ephemera, a stamp, I think it's a stamp, not a drawing, from one of the girls from Scrappy 8 who formed their own group to do ephemera, super cute. And these mushrooms are from the September kit. And this is actually pockets. I haven't stuck anything in here yet. And then the only other thing that I did was I made this belly band with the butterflies from that kit. I did put some embossing glaze on them to make them shiny, and I have this fun little mesh which looks quite wintry here. And then I just stuck this card from that kit and the sentiment on a sparkly white, you can't see the sparkles, that's okay, sparkly white paper for my to-dos. Before we move on into October, I want to also share some book info. So last time I think I told you I started this one, or did I? I don't know. Maybe I only said that on Instagram. I don't remember. Anyway, I was reading this one, Look for Me by Lisa Gardner. The Perfect Daughter or The Perfect Killer. I'll just read you the synopsis here on the back quickly. A family home has become a crime scene. 5 people are involved. 4 of them, mother, stepfather, daughter, son, have been savagely murdered. Super graphic description of how the bodies were found, which almost turned me away from this book. But there's nothing grueling after that. So the 5th, the eldest daughter, is missing. Did she escape, or is her absence evident of something much more sinister? Detective D.D. Warren is on the case, as is survivor-turned-avenger Flora Dane. Together, they must make sense of the clues left behind by a 16-year-old girl who, as a victim or suspect, is silently pleading, "Look for me." So I ended up giving this book a 3.5. Not sure how fair that is, because the book is actually really good, but I think it was more that I wasn't in the right mindset for a thriller. Then why did I read a thriller? I don't know, it was the last book I had left on my physical TBR. So it was the last book I actually had on my bookshelf that I hadn't read yet. So I just wanted to read it. It wasn't the perfect timing. So don't judge it by what I'm telling you. I really think it was me because I have read a few Lisa Gardner books and I have really enjoyed them in the past. So I want to go into what I'm currently reading. So on my Kindle, I actually started reading right before I left for Salt Lake City. Here One Moment by Liam Morari, which seemed like the perfect read because it starts off on an airplane and an old lady predicts the passenger's death, like what they will die of and when they will die. It started off really well. Let's see, how far did I get? I didn't get very far. Yeah, I'm only on page 35, 8% in, so not that far, but it was good. But the reason why I had to stop reading this, and I will definitely continue this because it sounds really cute, is because one of the participants of the first group, dear Chris, gave me this amazing book, A Physical Education, How I Escaped Diet Culture and Gained the Power of Lifting. And I had to start that. I'm not that far. I'm on page 77. I am so enjoying this, and I really think this is a book that every woman should read. I'm going to read you what it says here on the sleeve. A Physical Education traces Casey Johnston's journey from calorie restriction and obsessive cardio, making herself small in almost every way, to the unexpected healing she found through the practice of lifting weights. As she progresses with weight training, she finds simple things like carrying groceries and closing heavy doors become easier. But the changes aren't just physical. She begins to question how she has treated her body and what it means about how she sees herself. Combining wit, rage, and a reporter's eye for detail, Johnston embarks on a mission to figure out why so many of us spend our lives trying to get healthy in ways that actively make our bodies weaker. On her way, she offers up a scathing takedown of diet culture, dives deep into the science of building muscle, and describes how she learned the process of rupture, rest, and repair, not just within her cells and muscles, but also within her spirit. A love letter to female strength. This is a book for anyone who's ever longed to return home to their own body. And I also want to read you one of the reviews here. I can't stop talking about this book. A Physical Education is for every woman who ever dieted, looked at herself in the mirror and hated her stomach, or cried when she stepped on the scale, which is to say, every woman. This book is both a rallying cry and a testament to what happens when a woman finds her strength. Read this book and get free. I highly, highly, highly recommend this book. And thank you so much again, Chris, for giving this to me. She said she so had to think of me and my journey when she saw this book. And I see why, Chris. Thank you so much. This book is life-changing. So without further ado, let me share my October kit with you. It's called Peeling Wallpaper, and after such bright colors that we had for September, we're going back into neutrals for October. Enjoy. So now let me show you what they look like. Oh, I forgot to share my fitness tracker. As always, I want to remind you this is a freebie. It is linked below. I'm happy with how this looks so far for this month. So October. I've mentioned this for the September signature already. Since I have added the sleep tracker, I no longer have a cover page for the month like I used to. September also just starts with the calendar page. I don't know if I'm going to keep it like this. I mean, I probably will for the rest of this planner, but for next year, let's see what I will do. For now, I have this. Maybe it is missing a sort of an introduction to the month. I'm not sure yet how I feel about this, to be honest. So we have the step tracker. We have an empty page. We have the sleep tracker. Now, again, just so you understand the print quality, these, as always, are printed on good quality copy paper, 80 GSM. I print them with the wide edge, which I then cut off, so that makes the perfect size for gluing them onto my A4 coffee dyed papers. So week 1, we have an envelope flap here. We have this, which is still empty. Then we have week 2. I say week 2 because I have the September planner going up until October 5th. So obviously you could start this a week earlier than I'm starting it. There are enough weekly pages for that. And we have next week, we have this, which is still empty. And finally, we have the last week, which goes until November 2nd. I don't even want to think about November yet. Oh my goodness. That is such a sad month, I think, because it's just dark and cold and windy and rainy, at least here in Vienna. Not a time I look forward to. And then we have, again, the fitness tracker here. So next, let me share my ephemera with you for this month. So this is page number 1. We have 4 squares and 1 belly band / tuck spot, or whatever you want to make out of it. We have 6 tuck spots and a cute heart. Then we have 2 long tags or cards, whatever you want to do with them, and 2 more belly bands or tuck spots. We have 2 coin envelopes and 2 banners, 3 pockets, 2 smaller tags, 2 large tags, and 4 pockets. Then we have some sentiments, 2 file folders, and last but not least, a large envelope. So one thing I forgot to mention, in the video next week where I share the inside of this fun journal, I will also have a haul with all the craft supplies that I bought there. Whoop whoop. Okay, so let's start off with this little page here. I feel like making a little collage on this page here. And I'm going to use, what will I use? Maybe one of these 2 moths. I'm gonna go for this one. Even though I love the background here, I am going to fussy cut this and then make my own background. And by the way, I print my ephemera on 180 GSM cardstock, so that I don't have to glue these images onto another cardstock before I use them. This is super convenient this way. And maybe one more thing you might be interested in hearing is, as of Monday, dear Louise Heinzel and I are going to go into Defemember mode. So just to confirm, for those who haven't heard it yet, Defemember 2025 is happening. For those who are not familiar with it, you can find Defemember playlists on my channel and on Louise's channel. It is a fun series we have in December. This will be our 5th year, incredibly. And this is where we use fun and unconventional prompts to make fun ephemera for our journals. We are super late this year, yes. That is mostly due to my having been gone for pretty much all of September. But we're on it, I promise. Okay, let's start off by inking. I use walnut stain. In that time, I can hopefully come up with what else to do. Because I think I want to also add something to this beautiful moth. Something, I don't know, unexpected maybe. I don't know. How about we add some eyelets? We could add some large ones on the top, like so. And then should we add small ones on the bottom maybe? That could be cute. Okay, let's do the top ones first. I like. And now I realize I should have used the gold ones because I don't have any in this color in small. Oh no. I don't want to do silver. So what would the gold ones look like? Or we have these copper ones. Oh no. No. Okay, what if we take silver ones and we add some alcohol inks to change the color, maybe? So I'm going to try this one by Ranger and Tim Holtz in the color Caramel. Not the same color, but it's better than the gold or the copper for sure. Okay, let's just give it a minute to dry. Okay, let's do this. Okay, I can live with that. Yeah, that's actually quite cool. So I'm getting some inspiration from this moth here, and I really love the combination of denim and lace. So let's try to add some of those elements into our collage. So I have some denim scraps here. If you don't have any old jeans to tear up, they are usually very easy to find at flea markets, for example, or probably also at thrift stores for really cheap, especially if you buy children's jeans. I paid between 1 and 3 euros for the one that I got at flea markets here in Vienna. So do we want the dark blue? I think I want, or I also really like this color. Maybe not this one. Or maybe a combination. By the way, one of the things I bought in the US are these fabric scissors, because you know mine broke. I haven't tried these. These are by Fiskars. Let's see. Ooh, like butter. Yes, that feels really good. Let's also cut a piece of this one, maybe longer. I don't really know what I'm doing yet, but hopefully we'll figure this out together. And this is a bit wide. Okay, let's just see. That's a good start. Obviously, these need to be frayed. They need to look very raggedy and worn. Okay, this is looking good. Now we obviously also want to add some lace. Let's see, what do we have? What are we looking for? I want something that I can easily tear up. I think this one here would fray nicely. Let's try that one. Then I also have this fun piece here, which is part of one of the snippet rolls we made together on the retreats. And the colors would just be perfect, wouldn't they? So I could just maybe cut, maybe this way, cut a piece from there. My goodness, these scissors. Now I see how blunt my others were actually in comparison. So I feel like I want some color in the background. So let's take this off, put a paper underneath, and then I think I'll go with this mustard yellow. Actually, it's called yellow ochre. And I'm just going to use this silicone tool here. Put that right on there. I think I like that. So let's try that quickly. Looking at this, I feel it's too plain here in the background. So let's add a little bit of stamping. And I just happened to find this one laying around. It's by Carabel Studio. It has the number SA60651. Let's try this small one here. I use my black archival ink. Okay, let's do one down here. I like it. Let's take the, whoops. Let's take the bigger one. Let's put that one here. Yep, and that's all it needed. So then we can just glue everything together, starting from the top, using 3-in-1 beacon glue. And then I think it needs a pop of something underneath here. So either we have gold, that's kind of two-tone on tone. I have this orange, but wait, I think I have a brighter orange. So I have this neon orange. Yep, I think that's what it needs to be. I wish the thread was thicker because it doesn't come out as neon when it's like this. Let's see. It's not very neon. What if we combine it with this one? Still not neon, but it's more color. Yep, let's do it. And then for a little more contrast, let's add some black splatters. Let's test it first. These are quite big. Okay. And as a final touch, let's add one of these sentiments. How about be fearless? And I think that's going to need another background. I'm going to put it on a black background. So here's our fun little collage. I really enjoyed that. I need to get back to making more collages because they make me so happy. And I will figure out what to do with the back side. But wait, there's more. Let's also do something here for my first October week so that I'm ready to go. I'm loving the denim and lace theme, so I want to make a pocket here. So this is a pair of my old jeans that no longer fit me. Yay. Again, we definitely need those edges frayed. These are really sharp. I already cut myself in my finger. Be careful if you do this, please. Don't really want to cover up everything. What do? Do we just, maybe just do the top? Not loving this. Okay, let's try something else. What if we fold this in half and cut out a heart? So then as a byproduct, we have a cute heart, but also we have a cute pocket. Now, what if we add some lace maybe behind that? That is cute. Okay, let's do that to start off with. Oh no, I should have frayed the edges on the inside. No. That is way too smooth. Oh, Barbara. That's more like it. All right, let's try this again. Okay, so I also stitched around with a messy zigzag stitch. Actually, the stitch is not messy. I just went around it twice. It is still way too, how do I say? It's not grungy enough. I don't know. It's just not interesting enough for me yet. So I'm also going to add some stenciling. I have this stencil. I don't have a number for it. I believe it's by Studio Light, a Dutch company. Not 100% sure. I don't know if this is the best one to use, but we're gonna go with it. So I'm going to use a flat stippling brush and some heavy bodied acrylic paint in white. So the most important thing if you use a stippling brush is to not have too much paint on it, or otherwise it will go underneath the stencil. So you want to have it as dry as possible. So also the quality of your paint really makes a huge difference. Let's do this. Getting grungier. Yes, this is definitely more what I was looking for. Okay, I'm gonna stop. So this is much more to my liking. So let's glue that down. And to put inside, I'd like to take one of these two longer cards from the Peeling Wallpaper Ephemera page number 3. Let's take the blue one. We could also, of course, cut this into a tag, but I'll just leave it like it is. Let's ink up those edges. And then wouldn't it be cute to add the heart here that we cut out here? So again, we need to fray those and be careful not to cut myself again. It makes such a huge difference when you do that. Just compare the two sides. And that's not even a lot of fraying actually. Just gives it so much character, I think. Yes, cute. Shall we add, well, we can definitely add a lace on top, because why wouldn't we? Then, do we need anything else? Does it need lace underneath? No, I don't think so. Maybe. I think it might. Yes, I like it. Let's not overthink it and just do it. So I think the sentiment Just One Life works really well with the heart. And there we go, just like that. Super quick and easy. Oh no, kind of glued my pocket onto my page, but nothing we can't fix. So we're ready to go for October. I don't like to think of it. I do like the colors we have here. This collage makes me happy. So obviously all of the links are down below for the new kit. Thank you in advance for all of you who are purchasing this kit. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And I hope to see you back here next week for this little baby. Love you guys. Mwah, mwah.